Wendy Williams, once a powerhouse of daytime television, vanished from the public eye under circumstances that left viewers confused and concerned. The narrator explains how her health issues, including lymphedema, seemed connected to more than just medical complications. Wendy had been placed under a court-ordered guardianship in 2022 following diagnoses of FTD and aphasia, which were later revealed to be inaccurate. While everyone assumed she was no longer fully aware of her own life or finances, Wendy insisted repeatedly that she was mentally alert, yet her voice was ignored. The narrator emphasizes that the guardianship allowed complete control over her personal and financial life, and it appeared that major institutions, including banks and legal entities, were involved in executing this plan. Suddenly, someone she didn't know was controlling her finances, her daily schedule, and even her interactions, leaving Wendy trapped and helpless, while her public image slowly deteriorated.
The narrator delves into allegations surrounding Diddy, claiming his influence extended far beyond entertainment power into personal manipulation. Wendy had long criticized Diddy for controlling behavior, and her attempts to expose him had reportedly put her career in jeopardy. The narrator recounts how Diddy allegedly used intermediaries, security personnel, and even threats to ensure that sensitive information didn't reach the public. Specific instances include Wendy possessing photos of Diddy or other figures in compromising situations, which were quickly suppressed, allegedly resulting in her removal from Hot 97. The narrator explains how this network of control operated discreetly, making it appear accidental or coincidental, but in reality, it was highly orchestrated. Every decision, interaction, and movement Wendy made was reportedly monitored, creating a controlled environment that pushed her toward a guardianship while simultaneously minimizing her ability to resist or speak freely.
Wendy's life under this guardianship became strictly regimented. According to the narrator, she was medicated just enough to perform her job while remaining under constant observation. The smallest aspects of her daily routine, like her tea on set, were allegedly controlled, keeping her subdued and compliant. Even her professional decisions were dictated by others, ensuring she could not exercise independent judgment. Financial control played a major role in this orchestration. Accounts were frozen, and those in power dictated all transactions. The narrator stresses that Wendy's awareness and intelligence remained intact, making the situation even more tragic. She knew she was being manipulated, but every attempt to reclaim her autonomy was blocked, creating a chilling environment where a prominent media figure could be entirely silenced, while the world assumed her decline was natural or medical.
The story of Diddy's alleged involvement deepens as the narrator outlines how his influence in the music and entertainment industry made suppression possible. Diddy reportedly had networks of security, associates, and loyal operatives ready to act on his behalf, ensuring that enemies or dissenters were neutralized without public scrutiny. Wendy had long observed these patterns, noting how powerful individuals in the industry used fear, leverage, and intimidation to maintain control. One specific claim includes the alleged use of intermediaries to intercept sensitive content, such as photographs or communications, before Wendy could make them public. According to the narrator, these interventions demonstrate a deliberate effort to control narrative, shape perception, and protect certain reputations at the expense of truth. Wendy's career disruptions, financial restrictions, and guardianship all appear connected to this network, suggesting that even prominent public figures can be vulnerable to unseen forces when power and influence are concentrated in the hands of a few.
According to the narrator, the psychological impact on Wendy was profound. Her daily life became a repetitive cycle: work, home, controlled environment, and constant observation. She was medicated to ensure compliance, yet forced to maintain her public persona. Viewers learned that while the world assumed her behavior indicated declining health, the reality was far more disturbing. She was being manipulated and restricted, turning even ordinary routines into instruments of control. The narrator emphasizes the human cost, noting how Wendy's voice, independence, and reputation were all systematically undermined. She was aware of every intrusion, every manipulation, yet powerless to fully resist, showing the stark difference between public perception and private reality.
The narrator now examines the broader implications of this story. Wendy's experience illustrates the combination of power, influence, and systematic mechanisms that allow a single individual or network to exert extraordinary control over someone else's life. Banks, media networks, and legal guardianships, which ostensibly exist to protect, were allegedly co-opted to enforce obedience and silence dissent. The narrator explains that Wendy's health, finances, and career were all manipulated under the guise of care, creating a complex web of control. Viewers are invited to consider the ethical and moral questions raised. How can someone be aware yet controlled? How can institutions designed to protect be used to manipulate? And what responsibility does the public have when observing such situations unfold?
Finally, the narrator concludes by reflecting on Wendy's resilience and the public's role in witnessing the truth. Despite forced guardianship, manipulated routines, and attempts to silence her, Wendy remained aware, intelligent, and determined. The narrator notes that recent medical reports confirmed her mental clarity, highlighting the discrepancies between perception and reality. The story closes with a reflection on power, influence, and survival. Wendy's case is a cautionary tale about the fragility of autonomy, the mechanisms of control, and the extraordinary lengths some will go to protect secrets. Viewers are left to question not only what happened to Wendy Williams, but also the broader dynamics of influence, manipulation, and authority in industries where power often operates in secrecy.